We start with 1 hour chart. Okay, first of all, if we refer to our analysis in my last video when the price was here, we mentioned when we were expecting the price to drop, and as we can see, this is what we get, and exactly the price tag the trend line which we had and then reverse. Okay, now we want to see whether this is the start of the up move or still we can get this one to be another correction for one more drop. All right, because when the price was here, we mentioned if we get we mentioned about the different possibility whether we can get the flat or this is the only correction and the price can drop. Anyway, we want to see what's the next and how we can trade. First of all, if we put this one in relative to this, then if MACD doesn't show us anything, that's mean divergence, but the another one give us a divergence. We have the two different information from the indicators. All right, in this case, we start with daily chart. We want to see how we can trade it. As we can see, based on daily chart, we have been within these two correction. We want to see how we can put in related to each other for next move. And before we get the next move, how deep this one can be. All right, in this case, we move to forward chart. Okay, as I explained, based on 1 hour chart, when the price was within this move, we mentioned we expect the price to drop and exactly the price drop and take the trend line. Now we want to see whether we can get the reversal or not. Because we were thinking we can put these two in relative to each other for next move. The first question is how deep this one can go. All right. And the thing is whether, or I mean, whether, how deep this one can go, whether this is the start of the up move or we can expect to get one more correction for one more drop. Because as I pointed on, based on 1 hour chart, what we have here, sorry, what we have here, maybe we can expect to get one more for one more drop. That means we can expect the breakout of this trend line. Okay, even there is a breakout of this trend line, anyway, trend line just is indicative and we can adjust it. And if there is a continuation for the price to drop, that means if we get a correction here, the next level we can expect the price to drop is 32.5. Not exact, somewhere between this area. All right, I mean this is the where between, I mean this range, this is where we are looking for. Okay, now as long as the price haven't broke this 32.5, which is almost near to this low, still we can look for this flat, because if there is a continuation, then the whole the structure will be different. We need to look into it differently. Okay, by the way, as I mentioned, we want to see whether we can get the correction for one more drop or not. May we refer to this similar to what I hear. May we get one more drop, the next drop just break the previous low and reverse, similar to what we have here. If we want to look for buy, because if whether we want to look for buy from here or even we get one more drop, what we need to see the reversal, at least a sharp move with a correction of lag for next move if we want to look for buy. Okay, in this case we move to 1 hour chart. As we can see based on 1 hour chart, okay, now the question is again, I will repeat, what we have here, can we expect to get one more for one more drop? And if we get after the breakout of this low maximum, I mean, if there is a continuation, what we expect the price may can take 32.5, any price within this range, below this to here. Okay, by the way, if we get the correction, the price dropped, any reversal with a flag, we can look for buy and we can look for divergence between the both indicators or not. And if there is a continuity, because based on what we have right now, MACD doesn't show us the divergence. And if we want to buy from here, unless this week one turn to a correction as a buy, or we can have our trend line here, we look for this is the better if you want to look for buy. If we get, I mean, we look for the breakout of this line, any breakout with a correction above this, any buy we can take it, because still any correction within this we can expect for one more drop. Okay, and if we get any buy, whether be after the breakout of this, I mean after the breakout of this low or reversal from here, as long as the price come to this high, we need to see what's the whether there is a continuation or not. Okay, and how about if the price sharply move from here, without give, I mean it didn't give us any correction or flag to look for buy. If you want to have entry above the top, then this is where we can have it. Okay, and where we're looking is almost, maybe put it 38, a bit higher is better for. Okay, but if we're looking to have entry above, for example, if we put here, We should know that what we expect we want the price sharply tag, break, and continue. Rather than that, if the price tag and reverse, we shouldn't stay in the trade. We should take out. I mean, if the price tag we see is not moving within 1 or 2 hours, we don't stay in the trade more than that. Okay, but the best things is if we get one more drop, we can conform with this though. Okay. Anyway, we don't have any trade set up, and whatever we have right now is doesn't conform for the next move. Maybe we need to wait for a longer time before we take the trade. In this case, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.